Fez, well, here's a story for you because I know you get offended very easily. And the mental health advocates are upset about Burger King's Crazy King campaign. They've attacked it as blatantly offensive and saying it's pushing across the thing that the stigma that brain chemistry disorder leads to arson, destruction of property, and public endangerment. We're no longer allowed to make fun of the crazy. So if I call Dave crazy, it's almost like I called him the N-word. So I now have to say, Dave, you're acting C.
We're going to start using...
Which he's going to think is cunty.
You're right. Or cock. There's a million stuff.
Cock you can say, crazy you can't.
Yeah, I've seen these commercials. It's very degrading. It's showing that...
I haven't seen any. The only commercial I saw, and I hate the King commercials and hated it for years.
Sure.
The only one I saw is when he breaks in and steals the thing, and which I thought was kind of funny.
Yeah.
So what is he doing where he's acting crazy?
This is where he's loose somewhere and he's destroying property.
Stop that King! He's crazy!
And why is he acting like this? Because he's crazy about burgers or something?
He's crazy with the prices he's putting on these burgers, on these Whoppers of his.
So much beef for $3.99. The world's cutting back. He doesn't even know it.
You're the one who's nuts.
New Steakhouse XT
So
burgers
what's
from
offensive?
That a person that has a mental problem is going to smash windows, light things on fire, and has to be chased down by stereotypical guys in white coats.
But these prices are so low. He's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's as old as cheap advertising. You know? They must be crazy. Look what they've done here. Why are we offended by the word crazy? That's what I don't understand. That's like, to me, being offended by the word fucking pneumonia. It does exist. What is offensive? Help me out here.
Because it's a disease like anything else. You wouldn't do a commercial, making fun of, oh, stop that King, he's got cancer, ha ha ha.
But crazy to me still doesn't go with that. They're not saying the king has bipolar disorder. Someone watch out. He's throwing hamburgers at people. Like, they're just saying he's crazy. It's the same thing.
Yeah, and we do describe sane people as doing crazy things or acting crazy. I know you have said that's crazy in your life.
Sure. Yeah,
Is that offensive?
It's going to be offensive to mentally ill people. It's that are trying to get their diseases, helped and in check. Especially this, where it's so stereotypical of basically we have to throw a net over this guy.
Right. When I was kicking drugs, I was in this group thing talking with people who were incredibly offended by the fucking Bill Murray movie.
What about Bob?
What about Bob? They're like, that's making fun of people. That's making fun of... And they were fucking serious. And I'm like, yeah, it's making fun of conditions that we all fall into. And, we all share this human condition. And it should be laughed at.
Right.
I think an OCD, you're better off laughing at it than fucking crying. If you're a cutter, laugh about it a little. A lot of these cutters are just scratchers, we found out over the years. They're not cutting at all.
See, I didn't find anything wrong with the Bill Murray movie. What about Bob?
That's because you're a fan. These people were going through kicking stuff and going through real anxious fucking moments when it was, because they hadn't been able to get from one place to the other without being fucking on pills. They felt like him. And they were totally offended by it. I'm like, dudes, you got to fucking calm down a little bit. Let's go to Kevin in Houston. You're on Fez.
What's fucking beautiful about Fez is this the same guy will lock himself up in a dark piss in a bunch of gallon jugs and watch Heath Ledger and, act crazy in the Batman movie, but all of a sudden the King is offending him. It's offensive, the King.
Yeah, there's a very good point of that Heath Ledger's fucking character was so strong because it was acting like he was mentally insane. There are different ways of being. And we have sold products by saying price is so low, they've got to be insane over there. They're crazy. Or we'll say that against, oh, that other fucking company is crazy. You don't want to do business with them. They're crazy people.
You can't take crazy away from people. What about the fucking Willie Nelson song, for Christ's sake?
Crazy.
It's a C word.
And, of course, we just had a big hit a couple years ago with Crazy.
Yeah.
And not to mention the Great
Crazy.
Seal.
Yeah. And Beyonce's Crazy Love, or whatever that was.
What makes you... Fez offended by it, though? What part aren't we getting?
I think it shows that this just because someone thinks someone's crazy, so they're automatically assumed that way, and they're assumed to be of a destructive nature. And they need to, instead of being helped, they need to be captured.
Well, they're trying to get the guy and help him because his prices are so low. They are trying to lock him up so he can't make his prices this low anymore.
Yeah. He's one of the most benevolent kings I've ever seen. Most kings are really bad to their serfs and whatnot.
I've seen him sack people in the football field, though. But only back in the 70s. I didn't see it during the 70s, only when they replayed it later. All right, so what offends you is that he's being chased, and crazy people never get chased.
Right. Well, it's not that they don't get chased, but it's a lot of stereotypes about mental illness that someone has to be sat on because they're different.
Okay. Sometimes we have to sit on mentally ill people to keep them from hurting themselves, right?
Right, yeah.
So
I've seen it myself in the Four Winds Mental Hospital.
So there's a stereotype that works, correct?
Well, it has happened, yes.
Yeah. So there's a stereotype that would... No, he's not yelling out. The Burger King isn't yelling out. This happens to every mentally insane person. I think it's almost crazy, in my opinion, to feel like the Burger King character would represent you. I think that's a fucking sign of insanity.
The guys are also dressed identically to the, workers in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. So there's a bit of a parody going on here. You don't see anyone in 2010 wearing all white with a black bow tie. That's not how people dress in mental hospitals.
How do they dress? Jeans?
It's a lot looser wardrobe.
Corinne, you're on Run of Fez.
Hi, guys. I agree with you, Ron. Well, at least I think I agree with you. Let's just say that the king is crazy in this ad. A lot of people that would get offended by that are people that maybe deal with sad things in a serious manner, but the other half of people may deal with those things through humor, which that's how I deal with sad things, is through humor. So you can't say that we're going to take it away because half the people are offended when the other half of the people, maybe that's how they deal with things.
It is, again, for some reason we're getting closer and closer to everything in the world is important. Nothing is just silly and throwaway anymore. Everything has to be looked at as if it's important. And again, someone's feelings could be hurt by this. Because your feelings are hurt, that makes you correct? I mean, we've just dealt with Dave all day today.
Right.
Where his feelings are absolutely hurt for his wife. And at least 60% of us say, Dave, you're the one who's seeing things wrong. Now, I've never once said to him, you're not feeling the things that you fucking think you're feeling. No, he is feeling those. But it doesn't mean that he's correct. You can feel offended and be incorrect for it.
And I think people that have mental health issues have every right to be offended like this. They're being seen as animals that need to be captured.
They can be offended all they want. It doesn't mean the other people can't say it. Just because you're offended, it doesn't mean other people have to change their behavior. We just told Dave today the best way to get to some fucking feeling of happiness is to change his own fucking behavior.
But there's nothing wrong with these people voicing the fact that they're offended by it, and they think that it plays on stereotypes.
They can voice whatever they want. I'm not fucking trying to shut them up either.
But they are trying to shut stuff up. They're trying to.
Are they trying to pull these ads?
They are trying to.
Well,
get
then
the
that's
ads going.
completely different.
Yeah,
They can voice it,
right?
But the second that they fucking do this, I'll say you're all crazy people and you've fucking been diagnosed as such. It's not me saying you're crazy. The fucking Department of Mental Health agrees with me.
I just don't understand, like, some words we know are lingo, are slang. And saying you are acting retarded does not mean you're acting like a person with Down syndrome. That would be rude to say, in my opinion.
You're a Down syndrome retard. I don't like it.
But if you just said, you're just being retarded, I'm not making fun of people who either are autistic
You're
or
using slang.
Yes. And crazy is the fucking as common of a slang as there's ever been.
Absolutely.
They can't take crazy away from people. We're not going to be able to use adjectives anymore. It's just going to be, I need food.
We're going to be forced to stay home like crazy people. And not leave our homes and live like crazy fucking human beings.
Mentally fucked
By
in
the way,
head.
you're back smoking pot. And of course, you brought up slang. I think it's time we bring back far out.
Oh,
I really
like-
want to start saying things are far out.
I like that. Far out.
Yeah, so don't force it. But if
Okay.
you find a chance on the show to use far out,
Okay.
by all means do it.
All right.
Here's Frank. You're on my Fez.
Yeah, did you say Frank?
I guess.
Yeah, two things, guys. First off, look at the obvious. The guy thinks he's a fucking king, and he thinks he's king of burgers. He's obviously fucking crazy. Second off...
Yeah, before we even get into this, would a guy who dressed and acted like the Burger King be crazy? Dave.
Yes. Yes, he would be.
I mean, look at him. An insane person.
Yeah, he's breaking, throwing chairs and stuff.
You know how
Right.
you know how people have even before that. Just going around and saying, I am the king of hamburgers and I'm wearing a big fake head. That's fucking insane. You're not the king of hamburgers. It's a hamburger democracy, you fucking lunatic. Let these milkmen take you away.
Incidentally, the woman at the end was the secretary in Twin Peaks.
Fez, would you say the person who dressed and acted like the Burger King, would you say that person was crazy?
No, I'd say he's a corporate mascot doing a job.
Let's say it was real. Okay? It was real. Because we're watching a commercial where he's not a corporate mascot, he's a real person who sets pricing.
If someone really thought they were the king of hamburgers, they would have a mental issue. Yes.
Crazy. You won't say the word crazy now.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Ever. You're done saying the word crazy.
I think I am done with it.
You don't get to call Dave crazy anymore. You
Well,
are limiting yourself.
What about all the synonyms, too, like nuts,
Yeah.
bonkers, Fruit Loops?
I never said that. Now you're just bringing up delicious things to eat.
To go with the burgers.
All right, Fez is done using any of these words. He will only say mentally ill. Jimmy, you're on Fez.
Hey, boys. It's got me irate. I mean, Fez, it's a giant plastic bobblehead. It's fake.
It's
if anyone
crazy.
should be offended, it's those with Down syndrome. Why do we have to be protected from the human experience now?
Why did you let this make you so irate? Do you have a mental issue, an anger issue you need to get taken care of?
What he wants to do is use words without feeling as if he's constantly going to be called out on them. That everything that we do and say is constantly offensive. And that if people do get offended by things, they need the government to put a stop to that. That we live in, we do want to live inside a mall. That's what we want America to be now, a fucking mall.
People with mental health problems there's a stigma about that.
Yes, you know why? They're insane in the membrane.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to listen to that tonight in the Smoke Zone.
And they want to be known that they can have their issues treated. They can go to doctors. They can be useful parts of society.
And Burger King's trying to stop them from that.
And all these stigmas that are out there are in this Burger King commercial. I understand that completely.
Of course you understand it completely. You're fucking crazy. Dean, New Jersey.
Hey guys, I was just wondering how Fez feels about the Hamburglar, since kleptomania is a mental illness and he's always trying to be captured by all the people of McDonald land.
Fezzy?
I've never understood the Hamburglar, even when I was a kid. The guy steals. He's a character who steals.
That's a mental illness, though. He can't help it. He's a kleptomaniac. He's unable to deal with these urges that he has.
And doesn't Fez take candy off people's desks when they're not around?
He has done that.
That candy is there for people to take.
During 9 to 5, not nighttime.
So what kind of burglar would wear an outfit that was of a convict?
Well,
it's like, did he escape from prison?
I think he's been convicted before.
And so he escaped.
You're basing that on what?
Yeah, that's...
The Stripes?
Big Mac being the sheriff.
Who the fuck Big Mac? I didn't know there was a character. I knew Grimace.
Here's Mark. You're on Fez.
Hey boys, look, if you got a hypothesis of if Burger King's crazy or not, you got a redhead sitting right there. Just dress him up in a king suit and have him go hand hamburgers to people and see how they react.
I'd love to do that if I can eat one of the hamburgers myself.
Andy Cleveland.
Yeah, well, if they're talking about this, first of all, they should reshoot the ad and just, if they don't want to offend anybody, and make it like Burger King hired government agents coming after the king to shut them down. And then maybe, if you want to go with a real throwback, they were hired by the Duke of Doubt.
Let's head on over here to Henry in Atlanta.
Hey, I was just wondering if Fezzy's got a problem with words like fat piece of shit, which he's calling the intern last week.
Yeah, let's take a listen to Crazy. Let's see if we can't get a quick insight in the man who wants to teach us sensitivity training. Yeah, Freddie.
What were you going to say?
What is it?
I don't want you to choke on that slice of pizza there, Fatty.
All right. Fezzy. All right.
Stop it with the
I'm fucking not getting around. He's not going to disrespect me on my show. It's not going to happen.
Fezzy, sit down.
It's not going to happen. You fat piece of shit.
Fezzy.
You are nothing.
Fezzy.
You are
Fezzy.
nothing compared to me.
All right, Fezzy. Sit down. Get a fucking drink of water for yourself. You're all choking on your pizza.
No
you
more.
Satisfied, Dave?
No more.
You satisfied? You got him fucking crying?
No more. No more jokes.
All right.
I will fucking break your fucking leg.
Sit down. I have to admit, when he fucking just suddenly went into tears and he went left, it still makes me laugh. You don't do it to me. Then here's what gets me, and tell me this isn't crazy. That's the way Fez acts after having a couple drinks around this kid. 2 weeks later, we're going over to Bowl. I turn around, Fezzy's ordering himself beers. Like, what do you have you no sense of bottom? You know what I mean? Is there any sense of fucking dignity about you whatsoever? You saw how you were acting when you had drinks. You're fucking going right back to it. Let's go to Charlie in Philly. You're on Fez.
Ronnie B, just got to tell you, you're genius. I think it's boss that you want to bring back Far Out.
All right, groovy,
man.
Here is Dave, Oklahoma. You're on Fez.
Hey, what's up? I want to know what Fez thinks about Jack in the Box. When Jack blew up the entire board of directors, does that make him a terrorist?
No idea. I never saw that commercial.
Most of the mascots.
What if we say it that way? Crazy!
I don't think that helps.
How about we call him Four Winds? You crazy! You so crazy!
That's crazy.
So I think it's people.
There it is.
It's people that want to get past their problems, and this is how they're seen in society. They don't want to be seen this way as someone who's going to break windows, light things on fire.
Right, I understand that. What about lawyers? Should they be? Should we stop lawyer jokes? Are lawyer jokes offensive? Probably, if you're a lawyer. But what does that mean? You get to be a lawyer and we can't make jokes about you? It doesn't make sense. I get fucking sick of it all, seriously. I get sick of it all.
We're just going to be THX1138. All choices are gone.
You're the only person every day. We got to hear about George Lucas.
No, it's just about that movie. Let's live underground.
Why can't you be behind today?
I'm going to be, I think, tonight. After I have sex with my wife.
In their ass.
Congratulations.
You going anal on this one?
No, I'm not going anal. I'm going dick to pussy.
How come you won't go anal anymore?
If she wants to, I will. I've done it before.
How long has that been?
Oh, that's 2 years.
Even is that when she said, is it in? She wasn't even sure then?
I said no. That's poo.